Hi everyone, it's Erin from the Herrick District Library here with another Baby Story Time. Baby Story Time is designed for those of us who are expecting a baby in our lives up through about 18 months. When we hit that 15, 16, 17, 18-month range, you might want to start checking out Miss Chris's story times, which are our toddler story times. Those are great for our next level, just a little different than what I do. Grown-ups, this is going to be really directed towards you. But if your baby wants to play along, absolutely please have them do so. Otherwise, if they are not in the mood for this, we want to make sure that all of these rhymes are used as a pleasurable experience. If they're not in the mood, just sit here and hang out with me for the next 10 minutes or so, and I'll teach you the rhymes, and you can do it when your baby is in a better place. So let's get started. The first rhyme I'm going to do is another one that deals with texture. So for this, you're going to want to see if you can get your hands on a feather. So for this one, we're going to pretend that a feather has fallen down and we're going to touch various body parts of our babies. For this one, we want to make sure that they're, maybe in their diaper, but not much else. We'd love for them to be able to feel the feather on their knees and on their toes, on their chest. So if they're wearing their clothes, it's not going to work as well. So this is one that you can do after a bath or before a bath, or if we're just hanging out in our diaper, just not wearing any clothes. It's a great one to do this way. So we're going to take our feather, and here we go. Birdie flies away from her nest, while her feather falls and tickles my chest. Birdie lands in a nearby tree. Her feather tickles both of my knees. Birdie glides in the air, nice and slow. Then her feather tickles my toe. Birdie and her friend play hide and seek, while her feather tickles both of my cheeks. Mother bird calls, "Come home, dear," and there's one last tickle on my ears. So you're going to indicate those body parts with your feather, and it helps children learn vocabulary, the names of their body parts, and textures are the best way for children to experience and learn about the world around them. And especially if you will talk and explain what it feels. Is a feather soft? Is it rough? Does it tickle? Using words like that when you're doing the rhyme will help introduce them to the concepts. And again, this is how they learn about the world. So I'm going to do it one more time for you. Also, if you have a bird puppet or you wanted to do something more, you absolutely can. I'm just doing it as stripped down as I possibly can. So here we go. Birdie flies away from her nest, while her feather falls and tickles my chest. Birdie lands in a nearby tree. Her feather tickles both of my knees. Birdie glides in the air nice and slow. Then her feather tickles my toe. Birdie and her friend play hide and seek, while her feather tickles both of my cheeks. Mother bird calls, "Come home, dear," and there's one last tickle on my ears. So you'll notice I go nice and slow, and using that sort of sing-songy voice, we call it parentese. It's really pleasing for young children to hear us talk that way, in that sing-songy tone. So go nice and slow. This also tells a story, so you really can sort of act it out as you go along. For our next one, we're going to use our clapping hands. So for this, you're going to have if we're really little, we can't do this one because our hands aren't ready for it. But when our hands are opening and closing, this is great for them. You're going to sort of guide their hands to clap. When we do clapping rhymes, it actually stimulates the nerves in our palms, and that helps babies develop muscles that they're going to need in order to get ready to write. So that's why we do a lot of clapping rhymes. So again, for this one, you're going to sort of have your baby's hands as open as you can, and you're going to make their hands clap. You're not going to do this one to them. So here's how this one goes. Clapping little, clapping big, clap in a circle, rig-a-jig, jig. Clap with a smile, clap with a frown, clapping up and clapping down. Clap all night, clap all day, clap for my baby, hip, hip, hooray. So again, you want them to be the ones who are clapping. This is obviously one that you want to do with them facing you. So if they're sitting up in front of you, that is one way to do it. If they're on their backs in front of you, help them clap their hands that way. We want to make sure that they can see us smile and frown when we do it, and also make sure they hear us. We're going up and down. So I'm going to do that one again. Here we go. Clapping little, clapping big, clap in a circle, rig-a-jig, jig. Clap with a smile, clap with a frown, clapping up and clapping down. Clap all night, clap all day, clap for my baby, hip, hip, hooray. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm going to end today with a song that is sort of a play song. This uses a lot of repetition, and repetition, doing things over and over and over again, is key to the way that babies learn about the world. So this repeated pattern actually gives them a sense of security, and it sort of builds up surprise. So don't be surprised if your baby wants to do repeat it again and again. So for this one, they're going to be on the floor and on their backs, or you can do it with them sitting up if you'd like. And for this one, we're going to pretend that we are coloring all over them. And I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do it twice. The first time, I'm just going to chant it. And then the second time, we can do it to a tune. But this is a great one, again, to be down on their level. So make sure that you're close to the ground, that you're really close to them when you're doing this one. Here's how it goes. Color, color, up and down. Color, color, all around. Color, color, knees and toes. Color, color on your nose. Color, color on your tummy. Color, color, oh so yummy. And then we're going to pretend to eat their bellies at the end, which is a tickle and a surprise for them. So that's all it is. It's very, very simple. But that repetition of color, color over and over and over again is really, really, really great for them. It's just comforting and secure, and that surprise at the end of when you go in for their tummy for a tickle. They're going to want you to do it again and again. This is when, as I said, we can also sing it to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So I'm going to do it again with the tune. Here we go. Color, color, up and down. Color, color, all around. Color knees, color toes. Color, color on your nose. Color, color on your tummy. Color, color. Oh, so yummy! So make sure that you do that one. Again, playing is as easy as singing a little tune on the floor together, and just make sure that you're down on their level so that they are making sure that you're connecting with them as best as you can. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.